Hello everyone, we're back with Chaos Child. Last time, Armor and Taku are going to the club room alone, and totally Kazuki's not gonna be there, and we're gonna get the Armor H scene finally. Right? Right guys, Kazuki's not gonna be there? Huh? When I got to the club room, I was surprised to see that someone was already there. What a shocker. I assume we're gonna get into like what's been going on between the two of them. Kazuki was playing her game like always. When she saw us, she nodded slightly. And like why Kazuki talked, and probably like I assume Kazuki talked like Arimori could like force people to tell the truth or something. In which case that forced Kazuki to talk. You know, overriding her obvious gigalomaniac flaw of being unable to talk, because that's her superpower. I mean, that's see, we've never seen one just be a straight debuff before, but it could have been like, you know, during the earthquake she's like, please let me like stay quiet, like she's hiding from someone or something. But or maybe she just doesn't like to talk. It could be that. And way better than ESO 1. Hold on, there's no way. Kazuki smiled? Is that a smile? I'd seen her laugh when she found something funny on the night we'd stayed over for the school festival, but I'd never seen her smile so happily before. Not to mention, she's been talking to Arimori yesterday too. Hey, when did you two get so close? Turns out someone who doesn't talk can't lie, which is perfect for Arimori. Maybe since Kazuki doesn't talk, it's easier for them to get along? Maybe they actually make a pretty good pair. They could do like a comedy sketch. So, what do you guys usually talk about? Hmm? Look like Arimori's expression clouded over for a second. What's Shinjo up to? Did he find something new? I see. From what Shinjo-san told Arimori, the underground facility at AH Tokyo General had totally disappeared. That in itself was a big development. It also meant that all her clues were gone. And then there was that Yamazoe Uki girl. They were looking after her at that Fuchsia place, but all she did was cry. They couldn't get any information out of her, or even get her to explain who she was. Since Arimori had brought it up, I was hoping that there'd been some new development, but a little let down. You don't need to tell me that. Yep, I haven't done any secret training and like made a wind blow. Things were calming down, and we hadn't been attacked since then. That didn't mean the case was over. I knocked Arimori's hand away. Stop it. There's no point in lying over something like this. By that, she's probably referring to Kakita. She'd mentioned before that Kakita had been investigating the Gigalomaniac. It's suspected that some huge organization was involved, but whether they were responsible for the crimes, or if it was all that Haida Rico person, I didn't know. Either way, it's probably a good idea not to know anything until not to do anything until I knew. Not to know anything, yeah. To talk your way. In this together, huh? Nothing. What? But yeah, you're right. I do need to get one soon. But you can't replace that NFT. Couldn't stay without a phone forever. Without one, I couldn't call for help if I needed it. Did I mention something about if there's a date scene, then I immediately drop Chaos Child forever? I think I did. Huh? You don't just get to decide that. Then why Sunday?
その方がいろいろ息抜きもできるし楽しいでしょ
Fun? What, are you coming too?
だって私もたまには息抜きに遊びたいし
I think I've mentioned this before. Not in Chaos Child, but in like Fate Grand Order and stuff. For the Fate Stay Night visual novel, in the first round, there's like, right when you get to the rising action / climax of the series, right? Like the main antagonist of the route is revealed of the first route, right? And it's like, oh, everything's serious and people are dying left and right. And then what happens is Shiro's like, hey Saber, let's go on a date, and they just go to a separate town and go on a date and like get a plushy toy. And I believe I stopped reading there for like at least a month. And yeah, I just every time I see a date scene I just think of that. Why not go with your friends then?
先輩が言ってる友達というのが私がよく一緒にいるクラスの子たちって意味ならまっぴらごめんです。
Yeah, we hate Haruka. Haruka, worst girl. Why?
楽しくないんだもん。
Yeah, I suppose this probably isn't a lot of fun when you know that the friends you're talking to are lying to you. Wait a second. Does that mean that when you're with me, you're having fun?
ほら、先輩は私の能力のこと分かってるじゃないですか。それだけでこっちも気分的に楽なんですよ。
That's true. Can't lie since I know that she could tell when I'm doing it. Even if I do, I won't be able to keep it up. That's exactly how I'm acting around her right now. Doesn't that mean that she could have fun with anybody who knows about her power? Why don't we invite Onoe? No, don't invite. Worst girl. Suddenly I felt a light impact in the back of my head. Kazuki! Ow! Turning around and saw the Kazuki giving me a chop to the back of my head. Best wingman? Hey, what was that for? Oh, so that's it. I get it. You want to come too, right, Kazuki? Ow! Ow! Takeru abuse. What's wrong with that? You're telling me not to invite Onoe. Yeah, she knows Onoe's evil. That's what's going on here. Okay, maybe Kurusu or Ito. She knows Ito's evil too. Kazuki raised fist landed straight on top of my head. Evidently, she didn't want me to invite anyone.
じゃ、そういうことで日曜の正午にハチ公前で
That's the dog, right? Like the dog that waited for its own owner to come back but he never came back. Arimoya? Bows. Both Arimori and Kazuki had vanished before I had a chance to stop them. Sunday, in front of the Hachiko statue. I don't really have any plans that day. I did want to see if the sumo stickers really were all gone, too, so I don't mind going. Shopping? Just the two of us? That sounds like a date. Okay, guys, goodbye. A date? Could it be? No, impossible. Oh, okay. We're not skipping right to it. Where is this route going, though? Like, I'm pretty sure we were more than halfway past it. Is this... Like, is there not gonna be, like, a plot? It's just... Arimura's slice of life? Which, I wouldn't mind that for Arimura. But, like, in the other routes, I wouldn't mind that. Even after coming home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm practically forced into a meeting with her on Sunday. I was going out shopping with a girl. From an outsider's perspective, would that be considered a date? Going shopping with a girl made it a date. I've been on plenty of dates with Serika and Kurusu before. However, a date was... Oh, yeah, okay. It's supposed to be like the kind of thing that Cool Cat Press wrote about. It's a little different than what I'd done with Serika and Kurusu. When I went out with Kurusu, we're always doing grocery shopping and stuff. I was just there to hold the bags. Couldn't call that a date. And Serika would just tag along whenever I wanted to go somewhere. Couldn't call that a date either. What was the exact definition of a date anyway? According to the dictionary, it was two members of the opposite sex meeting at a designated time. Well, only the opposite sex? You could make a joke. I don't know where to go with that. But that maybe all the things I'd done so far weren't dates. What I was doing on Sunday was... So I couldn't get too far ahead of myself. But I thought it was a date and she didn't. I ended up looking like a fool. But if Arimura actually did think it was a date, couldn't escort her properly, still looked really stupid. See, I was trying to connect that to like Ito route joke, but I couldn't There's no connecting fiber there. We're gonna get the Ito route, don't worry though. Morimori actually, oh, I look pretty stupid. Minamikata Sensei's column in Cool Cat Press always said that a man who couldn't make a woman happy was scum. Scum. It'll be fine, I'm a normie after all. If it actually is a date, it'd be a good idea to get prepared. If it turns out not to be, I can just change my plans. You just get all the how-to knowledge crammed into my head. How to know when a girl is asking for it. What is it? What can it mean? No. All the techniques to make her moan. Oh, maybe this takes place in 2015, right? I think the It movie came out next year. So when she's asking to go see It Part 1. I think there's 2 parts to it, right? I've not seen either. To make her moan because she's so scared of It, the clown. No! How to get your ideal body. I don't know where to take that one. No! Where is he? He always showed up when I didn't want him to. Now that I needed him, he's nowhere to be seen. Gen, give me advice. Oh, there he is. Gen-san. Is this a new background?
Oh, Taku ka.
I don't think we've been here before. It actually reminds me of like the empty lot or whatever you want to call this in Chaos Ed. Kind of? I wonder if it's the same place, just 6 years later. It's been a long time. No! Do you have a new issue of that thing? Oh, apparently, I got a comment. Mio's D-Sword is actually a replica of Senna's, and that's apparently in Chaos Head Love Choo Choo. Apparently, which that's neat, right? What is up with Kunosado? Oh, one thing, apparently when I saw the D-Sword at the time, I was like, oh yeah, that's Senna's D-Sword. Do not ask how I recognize Senna's D-Sword. I must have like Googled her that day because I could not tell you what like any Chaos Head's character's sword looks like right now. Like, not at all. So, or maybe I'm just a genius. It could be that. But anyway, like, what is with your... Has it been confirmed it's a dead boyfriend? Or is that speculation? It's definitely been... I think they used he as a pronoun, so it's probably a guy. Unless, weird translation thing. Like, I mean, have I brought up the theory at all? Well, I know I've definitely speculated, like, what if Kunosado just is Senna? Or like, is Senna's like sister or something? Like, they look similar, they act similar, they're pretty much the same character, a little different. Well, one wears a lab coat, one doesn't, right? Which is something. So, I mean, that could be Takumi. Is Takumi dead? If I didn't play Chaos I'd love Choo Choo. That'd be a real bummer of an ending, but hey, it's possible. Anyway, we'll get to that, and the true ending, I guess? Like, she doesn't have a route. What thing? You know, the one I always buy, Cool Cat. If you do, I want it. Have it by tomorrow. Don't say that. Come on, I'll pay you. October 18th, Sunday. The clock read 3 minutes to noon. Hey, what day's the next murder? Not until the 28th, right? Plenty of time to be going on dates. Checked the time, took out a bottle of Mountain Dew, and took a big gulp. If I hurried, I could make it to the station in 3 minutes. So there's no need to panic. Cleared my head and opened up the March 1999 issue of Cool Cat Press that Gen-san and rushed out to find for me. First date, a real man's choices. That's the article I've been looking for. Now all the know-how I needed for my first date. Over the last 2 days, got through this and every other issue of Cool Cat Press to prepare myself. I was now the normiest of normies. The ultimate normie, you could say. This is, well, I mean, wouldn't being an ultimate normie mean you're not normal anymore, like you're not a normie? You should aim to be the most normie instead. This is what my normie database was telling me. Arrived late. Not only would be, so obviously that's bad advice. Not only would being late keep her in suspense, it also heightened her excitement for the events that were about to occur. Check the time again. It was noon exactly. Okay, let's go. That's just being a jerk. Took the long way around Shibuya Station, headed for the Hachiko statue. As expected, there she was. Remember the phrases I'd read 1,000 times last night as I got close to her. You run up to her out of breath and say, "I'm sorry, did you wait long?" Then she'll say, "No, I just got here." Cool Cat Press, March 1999 edition. So this is gonna go all wrong when she knows Taku's lying. Okay, here it goes. I am ready. I missed having a scum lord protagonist. Look, I miss Takumi. We have not had enough Takumi and Takuyo, but now he's here. The legend. Sorry, did you wait long?
遅い。
Huh?
何やってんすか先輩。女の子待たせるとか超ありえないんですけど。
How do you answer that without lying? Huh? Well,
こんなところで待たせてナンパでもされちゃったりしたらどうしてくれるんですか。さっきだってもうちょっとで声かけられるところだったんですからね。
that doesn't make any sense. Cool Cat, what's going on?
振り返って睨みつけたらどっか行っちゃったからいいけど、あのままだとすっごく嫌な思いするところだったじゃないですか。
I'm sorry.
まあいいです。次からは気をつけてくださいよ。
Okay, I understand. That one just didn't happen to work out. Next time, I'll work for sure. Come to think of it, those clothes are nice. Oh, there we go. I think we've seen her wear those clothes plenty of times, actually. Cool Cat dating tip number 2. Praise her outfit. Every girl loves compliments. Her clothes, her hairstyle, doesn't matter what. Just tell her it looks good.
あれこの服前も着てましたけど。
Yeah. You have?
まったくそれって全然私に興味ないってことじゃないですか。ちょっとショック。
That's not true. All right, you're hit. No, Tucker. Did you cut your
切
bangs?
ってません。
It failed again. What's going on, Cool Cat?
そんじゃ行きましょうか。
Yeah, we can start with, huh? Alright, Mori started walking before he could say a word. Hey, where are you going?
どこってスマホ買いにでしょ。
Huh?
先輩のってどこのでしたっけ。
Kono?
それともデイユーハドバンどっちにしてもこっちですよね。
Okay, we just got 3 new tips. That's a big one. Oh yeah, we have gender bending, of course. We got Spark Wars, 1977 movie. Oh yeah, I actually read these 3. I think just when I booted up the game one time to get a thumbnail or something. What is? It's revealed that it was originally planned to be a 9-episode series. Is that true? Like, was Star Wars originally planned as a 9-episode thing? Or I don't know. I thought it was planned as a 1-episode thing, and then they just made more because it made money. All the Star Wars fans out there, is that true, or did Science Adventures just make that up? General term for technology that displays images on... I don't know what that's about. Okay, Dokuno. Japanese cell phone carrier. Fictional. Well, it's probably based off a real thing. Yet they start with the Pager business, Japan's largest and oldest cell phone carrier. Famous for their mushroom-shaped mascot. Or I think she said DU? Phone carrier? Probably since before the days of smartphones. They have many dedicated fans, of course. Hard Bump. Okay. They have a white dog. Okay, sure. They're probably based off a real thing.
ひょっとして格安の SIM フリー端末ですか。だったら
Why do you know so much about cell phones? Yeah, I know what a... Well, what is SIM? I know what SIM means, right? But SIM card don't have this lock on it. The single SIM-free phone can be used with multiple SIMs, multiple phone carriers. Oh, okay, I got you.
そうですか。じゃあ行きましょう。
Arimori nodded and started walking again. It's great. I was so focused on the word date, I completely forgot the original reason why I came here. He didn't bring any money. Didn't take long to get a new smartphone. Once I picked out the phone and re-registered my number, I was able to pull out most of my data off the cloud. My photo was gone, but unfortunately, there's nothing I could do about that.
オッケー。ちゃんと登録しました。これで何かあった時も連絡取れますね。
First thing I did once I got my new phone was to add Arimori's number. The problem was what to do now. I'd accomplished my goal for the day. I couldn't just let her let all the know-how I built up on how to be a normie go to waste. First, I needed to confirm that she didn't have any other plans. Arimora. What was that sound? So after this...
で、どうしますこれから。
Oh!
だって時間はまだまだたっぷりありますよ。せっかく出てきたんだし、このまま帰っちゃうのももったいないじゃないですか。
Good save, Arimora. That's right. Don't mind, we could probably go somewhere after this. Arimora spoke up before I could finish.
じゃあどうしましょう。ちょうど時間的にお腹も空いてきたし、なんか食べにでも行きます？
Oh boy. Positive! I'm really curious what the negative ones are. That's fine. This is perfect! And an eye for a couple of restaurants just in case this happened. Important is this gonna be like a maid cafe and she ends up wearing the maid outfit or something? So the normie had to be able to do. Too many good options to choose from. This is time to consider the location, the weather, the temperature too. Look at it insisted I take all these into account. This hour, every place would be pretty crowded. Go someplace pretty light then. For example, something we could buy and walk around and eat. Which means...
ここって
Yeah, caramel. Oh, okay, this is fake, so we could give him this. We'll go buy you some. Caramel popcorn. That's not a meal. That is a snack.
わあ、甘いに
Come on, let's eat.
いただきま
Yeah. And it's spent the last 2 days doing research for nothing.
す。先輩もどうぞ。はい。
Ah, okay.
どう？おいしい？
Good. I was stammering.
じゃあ今度は先輩から。
Huh?
あー、うん。
Huh? Why is this so exciting? It's totally different from going shopping with Serika and Kurusu. Is this what a date's like?
あ、先輩の手、ポップコーンの粉がいっぱいついちゃってますよ。
Oh, you're right.
ほら、貸してください。
Huh? Before I could even think about what she meant, she grabbed my hand and stuck my fingers in her. What? Dogru, you weirdo.
うん。
Do normies actually do this sort of thing all the time? Yeah, every day.
ねえ先輩、ひなえ、この後買い物に付き合ってほしいな。
Did she just say her name in the third person? I heard Hinae. Maybe that means that's a word. Shopping? Okay.
やったー。実はね、買
Yeah.
おうと思ってたものがあったの。こっちでーす。
When they tell me what it is she wanted to buy, it could be anything. Kept going further into an area meant for girls, and I was starting to feel more and more uncomfortable.
ランチが重かったらやめよっかなーって思ってたんです。
This is Via Sala.
先輩、まだ目を。
Okay, how far is this going? Please don't give us a CG. They gave us a CG.
じゃあ、
Okay.
お願いします。
And of course, it's not tied in the back. Brilliant. Well, I could make this the thumbnail. I would get so many views. But I'm better than that.
先輩、どうしました？
I'm better than this. We're all better than this, right?
バレなきゃ大丈夫ですって。
I'm not gonna hit backspace. Oh, of course the camera pans. Of course. Is it really? Yeah. It's a sort of praise. What arrow gay is this? What is... Net slang. She referred to situations commonly seen in hentai games. Similar to the phrase, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. I wonder if they added that one in the translation. Because like that's a common, like, you know, I've heard this one.
それよりほら先輩、後ろ早く結んでくださいよ。じゃないと。
Yes.
いい
Okay.
も何も早くしてくれないと。
Yeah, zoom in. Yeah, perfect. Well, that's not going to happen. And now, Arimor asks, what were you just thinking? And, but maybe, just maybe, something similar might happen. What kind of food do you want? There's plenty of places around here.
じゃあお任せします。
Do not choose caramel popcorn. I see. She's hungry. You made her wait. Go to like a restaurant. Go to just a nice place. Recode the map I tried cramming into my head. Alright, let's go there.
ここですか？
Hmm? I'm sure that it was here. Oh, but Cool Cat Press, 1999. When I thought I'd find an Italian restaurant with a delicious lunch menu, instead found a ramen place. There's a big line too.
ラーメンですか。まあ嫌いじゃないですけど、さすがにこの列は。
Yeah. This doesn't make sense. Alright, there's another place up here. Right up to this way. Dot, dot,
現
dot.
在改装中。
Hey, I didn't say that online! Okay, he actually looked online. Started to get a bad feeling. My reputation as a right-sider was in danger. Wait, there's still more!
私あそこがいいな。ほら、いつも行く
Oh, the one with that one. What's your name? Aaron? Ari? Something like that? You mean Lex?
あそこって月替わりのランチやってるでしょ。私今月のまだ食べてなくて。
Yeah, don't make the artist draw a new background just for a cafe date, Taku. Come on, go to the place you've always been. Think of the artists.
お主らか。今日は二人か。いつもの席が空いておるぞ。
Has she always looked this dead inside? She looks more dead inside than usual. Is it lunch hour? Rush hour? Or whatever you call it. The waitress let us inside, curtly as ever.
マウンテンビューとオレンジジュース、マンスリーランチ2つじゃの。しばし待つがよい。
We ended up coming here, huh?
やっぱり行き慣れたところの方が安心しますよね。
Yeah. Dot dot dot.
もしかして落ち込んでます？
Down? Why would I be feeling down?
マニュアル通りに行かなかったから？
Well, this is all according to plan. What are you talking about?
とりあえず褒めてみたり、道路歩くときに車道側歩いたり、
she
人気の店を
knows!
リサーチしたり。
No, that's a normal. I have all that memorized already. I don't have to do any special research.
やっぱしてたんですね。
Okay. Talking to Arimura. There's no point in trying to lie.
まあそんなことだと思いましたよ。だっていつもの宮代先輩と違うんだもん。
Come to think of it, Arimura did say something similar before. Am I that easy to figure out?
すっけすけです。
Dot dot dot.
でもそれって悪くないですよ。
You don't have to try to make you feel better. Nobody wants to hear that they're easy to figure out.
安めじゃないですよ。少なくとも私にとっては一緒にいて安心できるってのは大きいです。
Look, Taku, just don't tell her you're intentionally late. You can salvage all of this. This is going perfectly. Just don't tell her that. Huh? Does that mean?
あ、ほら、来ましたよ、ご飯。ほれ、注文の品じゃ。心して食うがよい。美味しそう。いただきます。
Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, being late, that's like a cardinal sin. That's like the worst thing someone could do. Like murder, yeah, that's bad. Being late, that's terrible.
先輩、食べないんですか？
So like Taku right now, worse than Seriko. No, I'm going to eat. How was I supposed to interpret what she just said? Kept thinking throughout the rest of lunch. Never came up with an answer.
先輩、まだ時間ありますよね。もうちょっと付き合ってもらってもいいですか？
Yeah.
そんな身構えなくてもいいですって。別にどこに行くとか考えず自然で行きましょう。自然で。
Yeah, natural. So I ended up walking around the city of Shibuya with Arimura without doing a single item on my date plan.
あれ可愛くないですか？
Oh no, I've been here before. Is there any point in just wandering around with no plans or goals? I wasn't sure, but wait, how did Taku know what this place looked like? Unless he had been to the swimsuit aisle before and been in the woman's changing room.
先輩はどういう服が好みです？
や
っぱ露出多めのとか？
No, they're... Well, I don't dislike them.
素直でよろしい。
I was surprised to find that a part of me was enjoying it. Maybe that's just because there's no point in trying to pretend to be someone that I wasn't when I was with Arimura.
次はどこ行きましょうか？
But it wasn't just that.
そういえば先輩、知ってます？この裏に。
Ah! What was that? Hey! Suddenly Arimura fell forward and almost tripped. Quickly grabbed her hand. Someone pickpocketed her! Get him!
危ない危ない。
How did you trip over nothing like that? Sure you're not getting old?
しっけえな、先輩より若いですよ。まあでも一応お礼言っときます。
What, did she
あり
get...
がとうございます。
Maybe sure you're at this in Cool Cat Press. You intentionally trip so you can get saved by the guy you're on a date with. Yeah. It felt a little awkward somehow. Starting to let go of her hand.
もうちょっとこのままでもいいかな。
She totally planned this! ... Fortunately, I didn't have the courage to let go of her hand after hearing her say that. Things started to feel awkward and embarrassing.
ね、あの二人見て。仲いいよね。
Mind your own business, random woman.
私たちもあの二人みたいになりたいね。
I could hear people whispering as we passed them. Normally, I would have quickly moved away from Arimori after hearing that. But today, for some reason, didn't bother me.
なんか不思議。
What is?
私って普段はね、いつも自分を装ってるんです。だからそのせいで本当の自分っていうのがわからなくなっちゃうんですよね。普段友達とおどけている時の自分、それとも思ってもないことを言われてムカついてる時の自分、それでも笑顔で笑ってる時の自分、どれが本当の私なのって。でもなんか先輩といると自然な自分でいられる気がします。これが本当の自分だったのかなって。
I am so worried. She's gonna like call Takuyo like Oni-chan, and we're gonna get into one of those routes. Like, it's not gonna happen, right? It won't happen. It's something you realize that Arimori hadn't been overly energetic today, or cold, like she was when we first met. If this was who she really was, then maybe I could feel relaxed when I was around her too. It was a different kind of peace than what I felt than when I was with Serika and Kurusu. Maybe it's just a kind of sympathy, because we were both sidekicks. Part of me thought that wasn't so bad.
それじゃあ今日はここで。ありがとうございました。楽しかったです。
I had fun too. Arimori and I both seemed to forget that the whole point of this was just to get me a new smartphone.
それじゃあまた。
Yeah, see you. Arimori gave me a smile, then disappeared into the Shibuya streets. She didn't say her usual goodbye. That was probably because this was who she really was. I could still feel her warmth in my hand when I closed my fist. Oh, her perspective. Okay. Arimori and I said her goodbye, walked for a while before turning back. You could still see Miyashio Takuyo standing in the crowd. What she just told Takuyo was how she really felt. Until now, whenever she'd been talking to a friend or to a boy, she'd always pretended to be someone she wasn't. It's the same with her uncle's family, who she was staying with. Also, her parents are dead? Has that been confirmed at all? Like, obviously her brother's dead. I don't remember her talking about her parents at all. Her uncle and his wife were basically good people. She knew that at times they felt sick of her. She knew all too well that other people's feelings could be like a knife in your heart. When they were good people, that only made it worse when she found out that they didn't really mean what they said. He and I have been dealing with that for years. But now, for some reason, when she was with Takuyo, she felt better. Of course, she hadn't felt that way when she'd first met him at first. She hadn't liked him at all, in fact. He was a coward and a smart aleck. That first impression was probably spot on about him. I've never actually seen smart aleck like spelled out. I've only ever heard people say it. It's a word that doesn't exist in their written language. That first impression was probably spot on about him. Even so, she could feel something delicate within him that went beyond all of that. She might have seen a piece of herself in him. Don't compare him to your brother. Don't. There's no voice acting for that. The way he panicked, tried to force himself to pretend that he was calm. She found herself laughing when she remembered that. She laughed when she saw herself laughing. To Arimori, these were all new experiences. She should have been exhausted from all the walking she'd done today, but surprisingly, her steps were light and quick. And that was why she was sure that someone else had done it. What? Twin Arimori? Just as she went to go down the stairs, she felt a small impact on her back. 2 hands. By the time she realized she was in danger, she had already missed a step. Hold on. She was sure someone else had done it. How do you read that line? Is this twin Arimora theory? The world spun. She could see the sky. Oh, that's the ending. It's the... Which one? Is this Dark Sky? All the endings have sky in the name. There's a dull pain in her arms and legs. And... she could hear someone running away. Took a while for her to realize someone had pushed her. Is that like why she tripped? Like someone else had done it? Like, wasn't a simple prank either. Someone had just tried to kill her. 2008. Who would that be? Sarika?
Hinae, どうした? 食べないのか?
They talk like he doesn't like pure slice of life rom-coms. There's rom-coms need drama in it, which is why Sarika's there. Like Harimore's gonna be hospitalized and like have 3 months to live. That Takeru loves that kind of story.
あらあら、今日はひなちゃんの好きなものばかりなのに。
どうしたんだよ、ひな。調子でも悪いのか？
大丈夫。いただきます。
わかった。さては好きな男の子でもできたのね。
何？それは本当か？
ほら、そういう時って食べ物も喉を通らなくなったりするじゃない？
ひなえ、そいつはどんなやつなんだ？ちゃんとした男か？家は父親の仕事は？
もうあなたったら、それじゃあまるで結婚相手みたいじゃないの。そういうんじゃないわよ。
そうか。すまん。
Where are we going with
お父
this?
さん思わず慌ててしまって。
やだわ。でもひなちゃんもいつか素敵な人と出会えるといいわね。私があなたに出会ったみたいに。
ああ、そうだな。
Her mother and father were smiling gently, like always. The cozy atmosphere hadn't changed at all. Hinae knew now that it was all a lie. It was only by chance she'd found out. On her way back from a school trip, the bus had been stopped at a light. She looked out the window and seen someone who looked like her mom. At first, she thought she must be mistaken. She had to be wrong. The woman that looked like her mom was walking down the street arm in arm with a young man. She looked again and again to make sure that she was wrong. The more she looked, the more certain she became that she was right. Hinae wasn't young enough anymore to not know what that meant. She wasn't sure if she should tell her dad. If mom was lying to dad was smiling while she lied to him, well, that's just horrible for him. That's what Hinae thought to herself. She was wrong. Her father was cheating on her mother too. Okay, how did she find that out? He just happened to be on the other side of the bus. Like she looked out the other window and her dad was there?
お兄ちゃん、話したいことがあるの。
ひな、どうした？
Hinae was still too young to keep her parents' problems to herself. The only person she could rely on was her big brother Shingo. She told her brother everything. About mom. About dad. Of course, he'd be shocked. At least, that's what she thought. So she was totally surprised by his next words.
そうか。お前も知っちゃったのか。
Her brother knew. Her brother was the one who taught her not to lie, but he'd been lying to her too. Felt like a terrible betrayal to her. Everyone was lying. Everything around her was built on a lie. Hinae wanted the truth. But what exactly was true? Oh god, we're gonna not go. Oh baby! She was too young to know. There's one thing she didn't know. Her brother had been hurt too. He'd been suffering alone, keeping it a secret that he couldn't share with anyone. From that day on, the only truth she had was her bond with her brother. They were siblings, sharing the same pain. That bond was what kept her going. Hinae became even more dependent on her brother. Her brother responded by coming to love her even more. When Hinae was just a year or two from graduating elementary school, her brother said to her,
高校を出たら家を出る。だから、ひなも一緒に行こう。
From that day on, I feel like that's not just something like you two can decide. Like, I feel like there's like legal stuff there. From that day on, those words were what kept Hinaya going. Her bond with her brother, her hopes of escaping her parents' line. That became her new future, and her truth. But 6 years ago, on that day, that dream was destroyed. There's a dazzling light and a great shaking. She found herself buried in the rubble. Yep, okay. I guess we'll call it there. 40 minutes is a good stopping point. Next time we'll... I don't know where this is going. Like, is this just a... Are these yards not gonna have, like, plot to them? Which, for Arimori, I'm fine with that. But, like, if we get to Kazuki, God forbid, Uki's, and it's just, oh God, Uki's route is gonna be awful. It's all Almador's slice of life. No, I'm not ready. Maybe we can just hold control for that one. No, maybe there's gonna be plot. We don't really. Well, there has to be plot because we still don't know anything about Senri. They're not. I guess it could just be in the true ending, but I don't know. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.